In this video, we're going to be discussing the MCC Season 8 flight, from campaign customization to new armors, the custom games browser, and more, so stick around. Now, the following information can be found over at the Halo support site under the Halo Insider Support. And here we're going to take a look at a list of new features and maps coming to the MCC. Now, of course, the new map in this latest update is going to be for Halo 3 again, titled Icebox. It is a remake or a reimagining of the multiplayer map from Halo 2 Turf, but with a Halo 3 ODST spin on it. In this flight, we also tested out the custom games browser support for Halo CE and for Halo 3. This, of course, functions pretty much as it does, specifically even just for Halo Reach. One thing that was added in that I did not get a chance to play, and I tried to go through it through matchmaking, but it just would not match me with anybody, was Halo 3 ODST Firefight, including the Flood, which is pretty cool. This is something that I know a lot of people have been asking for, and it's going to be really exciting to get my hands on it when it actually goes out to the retail build. Of course, you've got more customization choices for Halo Reach. The customization options now include a voice preview along with the ability to select light or heavy armor with the male or female voice separately. They've also added in new customization helmets, and those customization helmets are also available for Halo 3 as well. Halo 3, though, really seemed to be getting a lot more support here when it comes to the seasonal pass coming for Season 8, as you get a full set customization armor. When looking back at Halo Reach, you only get the helmets. This, of course, also includes the updates to the view model offset for weapons across all MCC games. This is something that I'm looking forward to. I liked messing around with it here in the flight, moving the weapons around and seeing exactly what they looked like in different positions with different views. Now, of course, it is very limited still, just due to the fact that these are old games, and what they're adding in wasn't originally designed for it. But it's pretty cool that they've been able to make it work. Campaign collectibles in the Halo 3 campaign. Golden Moa statues have begun appearing in Halo 3 missions, and they can be collected by shooting them, and they are tied to challenges. One thing that I absolutely did not see coming but have wanted is campaign customizations. Halo Combat Evolved and Halo 3 now support vehicle and weapon customizations during missions if this option is toggled on in the campaign options menu. So now, when you're going through and grinding out each season, you are not just limited to using the items in the multiplayer. I know that a huge majority of people do play the MCC multiplayer, but there is a small contingent of people that just don't like playing multiplayer and are strictly campaign players, which is fine. I'm kind of leaning that way in my older age, but nonetheless, now it gives you a reason to go through and unlock seasons that you may have skipped. Myself personally, I skipped the second season because it was all Combat Evolved focused, with weapon skins, vehicle skins, and visors. I don't play Combat Evolved's multiplayer. I actually think it's the weakest part of the MCC, but now I have a reason to go through and grind through Season 2 to use those weapon skins and vehicle skins in the campaign. Combat Evolved is also receiving more updates with the heads-up display and color corrections toggle. For those of you that may not or may remember, when the MCC Anniversary released back in 2010, 11 years now, they redid the HUD. Now, of course, they also added in updated graphics and the ability to toggle between them. But when you toggled between them, the weapon reticule, your radar, your health, and your shield icon with the grenades remained the new redesigned high res. And personally, I was okay with that, but there were people that wanted to be able to have the original heads-up display with original health, original weapons reticules, and 343 is giving you the option to restore that to your game if that's something that you're into. They're, of course, giving you player reporting and scoreboards for the rosters, the Steam account leaking, Spartan post-match pose screen. Now, initially I was like, oh, this is kind of cool, At the end of Halo 1 or Halo 3 matches, the top 3 players will be shown and use the pose chosen in the customization menu. I'm assuming these are also going to be in the seasonal pass to purchase with the seasonal currency. But in the flight, they gave us the ability to just use it and unlock everything so that we could see what they look like. And initially, I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. But in practice, having that at the end of the screen after the post-match Carnage report as well, it just adds an extra step into getting back into playing another multiplayer match. I would really like to be able to see the ability to turn this on or off. Personally, I would probably leave it off just to be able to get into matches quicker. Now, personally, my opinion on this flight is that it was honestly fantastic. I can't wait to get my hands across these new features in the retail version for the titles where they're applicable. Unfortunately, though, this flight suffers much like the other flights do, where in the beginning, multiplayer matchmaking is instantaneous, and then towards the end of the flight, when people kind of drop off, it becomes almost nearly impossible to find a match. I was also looking through the custom games browser, and there were only maybe 5 to 10 people running a custom games map at any time. Within the first week, though, unfortunately, towards the end, it even fell lower, where I can only see maybe 2 or 3 custom games browser maps running. And personally, I would like to see them add more people to these flights. I don't know if it's an issue where they're just not inviting enough people, or they're only inviting a specific amount, and then those people are falling off, or if there's an issue with the flight when it comes to matchmaking and connection issues. That would not surprise me. But nonetheless, Season 8 looks like it's going to be one of the best seasons yet, with a new multiplayer map, campaign customization, new custom games browsers, additions with Halo CE and Halo 3. Unfortunately, though, much like the rest of the history with the MCC, Halo 2 is really getting ignored. Now, Halo 2 is my favorite Halo game out of the franchise, and I would love to see them give more love to the game in general outside of nameplates, and I just don't understand why Halo 2 is being ignored as much as it is. Now, I understand that the Halo 2 Classic multiplayer game engine is very complicated, and 343 has made it very apparent that they are apprehensive about going in and adding any type of customization to Halo 2 Classic's multiplayer. I understand that. I honestly never expected Halo 2 Classic to have any type of character or weapon or vehicle customization. However, Halo 2 Anniversary's multiplayer was built on top of the Halo 4 engine. Now, Halo 4 has weapon customization, has armor customization, has visor customization. To me, honestly, I don't understand why there hasn't been a season focused on Halo 2 Anniversary, either bringing over the Halo 4 or some of the Halo 3 armors and weapon skins in to Halo 2 Anniversary multiplayer. We're only supposed to be getting 2 more seasons for the MCC, and they still have yet to focus any of the 10 seasons that they've talked about on Halo 2. I really would like to see them make an effort to bring these things into Halo 2 and at least give one season that has a Halo 2 theme to it. Now, one thing that I would love to see them add in, and maybe even particularly Flight, is a map playlist. This isn't anything that's new for Halo. All of the Bungie Halo titles, when they were originally released, all had DLC map playlists. It is incredibly difficult when a new map releases in a new season, like Season 8 with Icebox, that you're going to get that map. There are a good 24 other maps that have the possibility of popping up when it comes to matchmaking, and I would really like to see them have this map DLC playlist, just so that you can jump into Edge, to Waterfall, to Icebox, and really get hands-on with them. The most time that I have spent in these DLC maps is in the flights, because those are the maps that they want to test. Even though the other maps are available, they have a heavier weight that they're going to put you into matchmaking in these new maps, because that's what they want to test out. Once it hits the retail version, there's no telling what map you'll get. And unless they're going to reintroduce a map voting or a veto system, I really think that they should look into adding in this DLC playlist when it comes to new maps. What did you all think about the latest flight? Did you have a chance to participate in it? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'd like to thank you all for joining me here today. If you're new around here, don't forget to hit that subscribe, like, and check out some of my previous videos. I upload content weekly. But until next time, everyone, I'd like to thank all of you for joining me here today, and I'll see all of you in the next video.